My name is Sam Barnett, and I'm the founder and CEO of Struck, which is an ad personalization company. And I've been asked to speak about my story, which is the story of an underdog. So an underdog is defined as someone who is expected to lose or expected to fail. I'm sure that's how many of you feel as you start your businesses or face seemingly insurmountable challenges in your career. And the odds are stacked against you too. In 1983, I was born in England, and in 1989, we moved to South Africa, and I was put into the year above me. So every child had at least a year's more mental and physical development. So as I'm sure you can spot right now, I'm no giant of a man. But imagine me trudging out onto that rugby field, this small, wee, quaint English kid with these hulks of South Africans. And the odds were stacked against me then too. Everybody expected me to fail. And that's when I can remember first showing the qualities of being an underdog, having a deep belief in myself, working extremely hard. I had to work twice as hard as all those kids to achieve anywhere near what they did. And being totally fearless as I ran onto that rugby field. In 2008, we fast forward to 2008, and I looked at display advertising, and I thought there is a better way to do this. The way we looked at it was that we could disrupt display advertising. Everyone was blind to banner ads, and we could change that through real-time ad personalization so that each individual user saw an ad that was totally relevant to them because it was 100% unique to them, which really added value as they surfed the internet. 2008, though, was also the year that we experienced the worst financial crisis since the Great Depression of the 1930s. Venture capital dropped to a 12-year low, and the advertising industry crashed. I couldn't get a loan, I had no money to start up, and I couldn't get any investment. So I started on a debt owed to me of £2,000, and everybody expected me to fail. Our first product was personalized retargeting, where a user leaves an advertiser's website without buying a product. And we would re-find that user and deliver an ad which contained products that were recommended to them in ad creative, personalized, in a way that they were likely to click and buy from. I knocked on all the doors of the big agencies. I told them about this brilliant technology we had produced and how it delivered unprecedented performance for advertisers. And they all laughed me away. The agencies certainly expected me to fail. In 2009, our product was so advanced that we could predict which of you were likely to be profitable for an advertiser to 95% accuracy. We'd built a recommendation engine that could recommend products 5 times more accurately than any other commercial recommendation engine. But we were broke. We couldn't afford to pay our rent. We couldn't even afford an internet connection, which made life pretty tough as an online advertising company. And failure looked to be imminent. But we persevered. We fearlessly believed in our vision, and we were ferociously focused on achieving it. In 2010, advertisers start to buy personalized retargeting from Struck, and we grow. Not just a little bit, but at an astronomical rate. This is a chart to show our real growth curve in 2010. Chart? No, well, it's a chart that looks really good, like a big hockey stick, right? No, here we go. There we go. So that's our real revenue growth in 2010. Come 2011, 3 years after those agencies laughed me away, We had over 200 clients live in 8 territories. We work exclusively with the largest advertisers in each vertical and smash our competition. And for every pound an advertiser spends with Struck, we generate on average £19 in revenue as a result of users clicking on ads and buying products through a Struck ad. And so now, for me, we're at the beginning of Struck's story as we continue to revolutionize advertising. So now, going forward, we will look to personalize the ads that you will see across the devices you use in your everyday lives, like your TV, like your phone, like your tablet, like your PC. And so imagine tonight that you are looking for an Italian restaurant in Dublin on your phone, and you can't find anything. And you trudge back to your hotel, and you sit down to watch Britain's Got Talent. And the ad that you see is a personalized ad which shows you the closest Italian restaurant with an offer personalized to you. That's the future of Struck, is personalizing ads across the devices we use in our everyday lives. So now we're starting to realize our vision and prove those naysayers wrong. And that's because we persevered. We fearlessly believed in our vision, and we were ferociously focused on achieving it. And so now when you too face seemingly insurmountable challenges in your career or as you start your business, embrace your underdog spirit and enjoy the rest of the conference. Thank you.
So Sam is going to take a few questions. If anybody has any questions for Sam to ask, I just have one kind of starting up. So there are a lot of entrepreneurs in the audience here today. A lot of people starting out. What mistakes did you make along the way? We heard a lot of the successes. What actual mistakes did you make, as aside from just people turning you away?
I think, well, the mistakes we made were, so the key to making your business perform and to grow is to find product and market fit. Now, we didn't initially have product and market fit, so we had to iterate at a very, very quick pace to find product and market fit. Our initial products, we built lots of really cool products, but the market didn't want to buy them, so our real mistakes were around building stuff that the market didn't want. But those mistakes were necessary in order to find product market fit. So I guess the lesson would be, iterate very quickly. Find out what the market wants now and in the future, and build products to find product market fit.
Has anybody got any questions from the audience? Just one on the far right. We get a mic. If you just say your name and your company.
Sure, my name is Lorcan Burke and the company is Vesta. Just have a question. Thanks for your presentation. The question between where you couldn't pay the rent and the start of the hockey stick, how long did it last and what did you do?
We were fortunate that we didn't have to pay our rent because our landlord turned out to be a criminal, and so we were living, we couldn't pay our rent, and then after 3 months not being able to pay our rent, he went to prison, and so we had an elongated stay where we didn't have to pay our rent. Which is kind of cool. But that process started, that was really like 2009, the summer of 2009, and we had our first big mainstream advertisers start with us in November. So we hit rock bottom as a business in that summer, the early part of the summer, and then, you're talking about 6-8 months, but we were fortunate with the circumstances of having a criminal landlord, which I'm sure we're not all blessed with.
Great. Any other questions? I can see just one at the front here.
This one.
Oh, great.
Bob, you mentioned driving towards your vision. Was the vision for your company the same at the start as it is now?
No, I think your vision evolves as you go through, and I think maybe that's because you have what you perceive to be a big vision, and once you start achieving and realizing that vision, you realize that you're not bound by any kind of limitations. So I think our vision was always about personalizing ads. And initially it was just through display advertising. And now in the next 2 to 3 months, we'll be releasing products for your phone, for your TV, for your video, about real-time ad personalization. So I think it's actually more of an evolution of that vision rather than it changing. Okay?
So I have one more question, actually. So I read recently in the Sunday Times Rich List that you're now the 7th wealthiest man under 30 in Britain. I have a younger sister, and I'm just kind of I'm just wondering about your current status.
I'm a married man, but I don't know if that was a metaphor for, but yes, I'm a married man, but so no, thanks, Paddy.
I shall relay the information. Sam, listen, thank you very, very much. Sam Barnett.